A new fear is gripping Libya as evidence emerges of atrocities carried out in the final days of the Gaddafi regime. The charred bodies of prisoners allegedly killed by retreating loyalists have been found on the outskirts of Tripoli. That's got the rebels worried about the fate of up to 50,000 missing detainees. The National Transitional Council says some may still be trapped in underground jails, while the others could have been murdered. Middle East correspondent Ben Knight reports from Tripoli.
The end of the war is in sight, but the grieving goes on and on. Rebels say thousands of their fighters who were captured by Gaddafi forces in the last days of the battle for Tripoli are now missing.
The
number of people arrested in Tripoli in recent months is about 60,000, and the number of prisoners that have been released is actually only 10 or 11,000. So a big question in the minds of Libyans at the moment is, where are the rest of the prisoners?
They have good reason to fear. The world was horrified by this discovery of more than 50 smouldering skeletons in a compound near a military base that was run by one of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi's sons.
There's lots of families still looking for their sons. There's a growing fear that these missing are going to remain missing.
The rebels are now preparing for what may well be the final battle of this civil war, to capture Colonel Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte. For now, the coastal city is still held by Gaddafi loyalists, although it's come under sustained NATO airstrikes for several days. The rebels say they're closing in on Sirte after having captured a number of strategic towns nearby.
Bin Jawad is now under our control. We don't want to harm the civilians, but we expect the Gaddafi forces maybe to make extensive fire on the area.
But the end may not come soon. Rebels have been unable to even get close to Sirte throughout this 6-month war. The city is believed to be extremely well fortified and well prepared to deal with either a siege or an attack. Every night here in Tripoli you can hear the sound of gunfire ringing out across the city in celebration. But even now, with the old regime on the run and the rebels in control, people are still waiting for that moment when they can declare victory. Well, the end of the holy month of Ramadan is a big festival. It's coming up in just a couple of days. It may well turn into a victory party. Ben Knight, ABC News, Tripoli.